Useless facts. Who doesn't love them? Back when I did my second video on useless facts, I didn't think I'd come across any more. Enough for a third video. But here we are, ready to present a bunch of useless facts for you to, let's be honest, waste your precious time. But this time around, they're not all going to be useless. That's right, I've also sprinkled in some facts that can be considered useful-ish. And a heads up, this video goes over build 41 of the game, not 42, because this video's production began before that version came out, so keep that in mind. Fact number 1. You can see your character on the in-game map. You probably haven't even noticed that your character is a part of the in-game map. Simply press M or whatever key you have to open the map bound to, and zoom in as much as you can to your current location. You should be able to see yourself just standing there. And speaking of the map, fact number 2 is that you can increase your FPS on the in-game map by speeding up the game. Ever got annoyed at the low frame rate you have when viewing the in-game map? Well, you can actually increase the FPS with one button press. That button, or buttons, are F4, F5, and F6. These keys speed up the game by 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times, and quote-unquote increase your FPS by the same rate. Now, of course, the downside of this is that your game is, well, sped up, so you'll have to work quickly to not let the day go by the blink of an eye. And I'm aware that this doesn't actually increase your FPS, but rather is some sort of illusion. Fact number 3. Some items in the game have missing textures. One of the great features added to build 41.5 is that you could finally place items on whatever surface you wanted. When you place an item, you can see its 3D model. For it to look as intended, it needs a texture. Some items in the game do not have said texture assigned to them. These items are the catfish, sunfish, perch, bass, trout, steak, small bird meat, and salad of any kind, all of which need to be rotten. Other than being textureless, some items still don't have a 3D model assigned to them, such as the scanner module and mixed vegetables. Fact number 4. There's 45 unique graffiti out there. You've most likely driven past one or more of these, thought that looked cool, and moved on. Well, I did the same, but I did not move on. In fact, I've spent my plentiful time counting how many of each graffiti is sprayed on the walls of the map. So, like I said, there's a... oh, hold on. There we go. There's 45 of them. I've only counted the ones that are in the overlay graffiti section and excluded the overlay messages ones. I'm probably gonna butcher some of these, cause look at them. Are those even letters? Anyhow, we start off with this first one that appears 10 times. The second one appears 7 times. The niche or nick graffiti appears 9 times. The ring god graffiti appears 10 times. The anarchy symbol graffiti appears 11 times. The Easy Pickens graffiti appears 6 times. The Nasco graffiti appears 7 times. The C. Vinky graffiti appears 13 times. The Something 2J graffiti appears 15 times. The Zach graffiti appears 11 times. The Kazi Something graffiti appears 6 times. The... oh, what the fuck? This incomprehensible graffiti appears 10 times. This graffiti appears 5 times. The RDSQ graffiti appears 5 times. The Afike graffiti appears 3 times. The Kiris graffiti appears 8 times. The Turbo 2 graffiti appears 6 times. The Xenix graffiti appears 9 times. The T-Boys graffiti appears 4 times. The Mart G-In graffiti appears 3 times. The Yuri graffiti appears 3 times. The Tanglewood graffiti appears 8 times. The Sasha graffiti appears 3 times. The WJ graffiti appears 5 times. The Karoy graffiti appears only once. The Marks graffiti appears 3 times. The Yana Yana graffiti appears 4 times. The Noiseworks graffiti appears only once. The, I call this one, Triangles, appears 6 times. The Aero graffiti appears 4 times. The Andre graffiti appears 2 times. The AMZ graffiti appears 2 times. The Gennady graffiti appears 4 times. The Angel and Devil graffiti appears 6 times. The Smile graffiti appears 3 times. The Frown graffiti appears 4 times. The Speech Bubble graffiti appears 4 times. The, what I call, Ovals graffiti appears only once. The Sucks graffiti appears 3 times. The Ace graffiti appears 3 times. The King of Spades graffiti appears 3 times. The Queen of Hearts appears only once. The Jack of Clubs appears 2 times. The What graffiti appears 4 times. And the Yo graffiti appears 2 times. If you were to add up all of them, you'd get a total of 245 graffiti. Fact number 5. You can walk on water. Have you ever tried swimming in Project Zomboid? Well, if you did, you'd remember that there was no way to actually do so because of this little invisible wall blocking the way. No problem, there's nothing some stairs can't fix. You can just build over this invisible wall and dive in. Except you don't dive in, you just stand there. That's cool and all, but there's just one problem. You're stuck. As a consequence of role-playing as Jesus Christ, you are confined to a single cell and trapped by invisible walls from all sides. That's unless you hang sheetrope down to where you're going. Then you can just climb back up.
Well, look who's back.
Did you bring any of them here?
No, I made sure I wasn't followed. I've learned my lesson.
So how was your day out?
Well, I finished that graffiti list I was telling you about. Then I found out I can walk on water, but got stuck in between some invisible walls. But I managed to get out with some sheet rope.
Right.
Oh, I also checked the back of that food market, down a block. It's like no one even knew about it. I couldn't even get everything. There's like a week's worth of food still there. Anyway, I'm heading out again. This bucket list isn't gonna finish itself.
I told you so.
You sure did.
If he keeps this up, we won't have to go anywhere.
As long as he deals with those freaks out there, I'm all for it. But we both know that won't happen. We stick to the plan. We get there, he picks us up, and this nightmare ends.
Let's hope that guy knows what he's doing.
Fact number 6. There are 381 unique businesses with visible signs in the game. Yes, you heard that right. 381 of them, depicted by a sign. I counted them all, went through the whole map, spending countless days finding and marking every single business. It was only after I was done that I realized there is a whole wiki page that contains all the businesses with their locations. I then spiraled into a deep depression for how stupid I am to not check whether such a wiki page actually exists. But hey, it is what it is. To no one's surprise, Louisville contains the most businesses. There are even unique and useful businesses on the far outer parts of the map. Out of all of them, the following are the only ones of interest. To me at least. Aaron's Hunting Supply, Bateman Office Building, Goodman Legal Services, Romuald Drawn Memorial Park. Romuald Drawn was the brother of Romain Drawn, one of the devs of Project Zomboid. I say was because he passed away in 2017. May he rest in peace. Twiggy's, which is a reference to Sir Twiggy, a former Project Zomboid YouTuber and streamer. And last, and most likely least, is Window. Fact number 7. The in-game map is missing a couple of roads. Most of the in-game map is accurate, most as in 99.9%. There's just one problem when glancing over Louisville. When we look at the map on the website, link in the description, in these spots we can see it's accurate to the game, but the in-game map tells a different story. There are 9 areas where there are missing roads. In this first area, these 2 roads are cut off. One leads to a dead end, and the other should connect with that road. Here we have an L-shaped road missing, as well as 2 dead ends that are cut off. Then there's a road that sticks out here, which becomes a dead end, but also leads left. There's also this fairly long road that is nowhere to be seen. This is the one that irked me. This road is so close to reaching that one, but it just cuts off. In this neighborhood, there should be roads that lead to a dead end and a parking lot. Back up north, next to the art gallery, there's this whole road section with a parking lot that is missing. Another slight road that should connect here to the side of the Louisville Expo Center. This is the last area and definitely the worst one. There's this whole section that's been chewed off, just snatched away. And the corner of this road should just keep going, so it connects. And this part should loop around. And of course we have some roads cut off here, but I think I know why they are cut off, for this section at least. See on the map, parking lots are not marked in any way, it's just blank. And what do we have at those sections? Small parking lots. Maybe these whole vertical parts are counted as parking lots, and these roads get cut off because of it. Fact number 8. Dropped items land only on the tile you're standing on. When you drop items, you'd assume they'd land around your character. This is not the case, however, as it instead lands only on the tile you are standing on. Let me show you. Here it looks like I'm standing in between these 4 tiles, just a little bit more into this one. Now if I drop all these cigarettes, as you can see, they all land on this tile, making a somewhat perfect square. Fact number 9. I don't know if you know this, but the map is pretty big. But how big? Specifically, what is the area of it? The game's map is made up of tiles, which is what the measuring unit will be. Fortunately, the game's map online shows which tile your mouse cursor is hovering over, which makes my job way easier. But we have a small problem. Do I count the whole map or just the parts that are finished? Well, why not the whole map, I hear you ask? Because some parts of the map are still under development. Hey, future me. So this isn't the case anymore because Build 42 came out, but I'll still count them separately because why not? For the part of the map that's finished, as in this highlighted zone, comes to a total of 146,031,902 tiles squared. As for the whole map, the total comes to 255,606,005 tiles squared. Fact number 10. Frogs are immortal. If you've gone foraging or did some trapping, any and every animal you've caught had an expiration date, indicated by this fresh, stale, or rotten status next to their names. But there is one animal out there that can be foraged that is unaffected by this status: the frog. This thing isn't fresh, it can't become stale nor rotten. It's not dead either, as every other animal that can be caught by trapping or foraging has dead in their name. You can place the frog and it'll stay there and remain the same. No matter how much time passes, that thing will still be there. The frog is immortal. This thing stays quote-unquote fresh forever, supposedly because it is alive. But alive animals move and eat and stuff. Does this thing look like it's moving? But let's say this thing is alive. Then screw the Fountain of Youth. In Project Zomboid, you can get the Frog of Youth. This is your god. Fact number 11. We know the name of one of the bands who are meant to perform at the Louisville Music Festival. Remember the Rommel Drawn Memorial Park? Well, I believe there was supposed to be a music festival hosted there, but due to certain events in the game's lore, it was cancelled. It's that, or the festival was abruptly ended for the same reason. So far, we don't know much about the festival, except for the name of one of the bands. That name is revealed to us in an annotated map. It's the last sentence we're after, since it contains the band's name, which is Sin Silla.
We were supposed to make memories here.
We did. They're just not the good ones.
Out of all the places, it had to be this one?
Hey, it was his idea. You'll be able to live out your dream of being on stage.
Yeah, to a non-existent crowd.
They've even set the stage for you.
Guess they had the same idea as us.
Hey, what'd I miss?
Not much. Looks like we aren't the first ones trying to make it out of here.
Erick, don't!
What did I tell you about using that thing?
It was an emergency.
Right now, the whole city knows we're here. Now we have to expect company. They'll get to us before our ride out of here. Erick, you'll be in the front with me. Trish, watch our backs. Kid, come on. You placed the bombs?
I did. Both entrances.
Oh, great. They run now.
And here I thought this would be boring.
Kid, whatever you do, don't hold back.
Brendon!
Trish, get down! Kid, it's your time to shine.
I got this.
If you're gonna blow them, now would be the time.
Just a little closer.
Erick! Holy shit, kid! Good job!
Looks like our ride's here.
About time.
Guys, there's more coming.
Kid, you got any more bombs left?
Just one.
Into that trailer. Let's go.
What's the plan now?
Trish! Come on!
Brendon! I found something!
Stay here.
Check it out! That might be our way out of here.
You're thinking of getting up there and jumping past the fence?
It's a big jump, I know, but I'm sure we can make it.
All right. I'll help you up. Hand me the bomb. I've got an idea.
The chopper's gone. Get Trish here. I can lift her up easily. Well?
We're not coming, Erick.
What?
You remember what happens to those who get bit? I can't leave Trish here alone. Besides, you've got a bucket list to finish.
Brendon! Thank you.
Come on, Trish.
Brendon.
You wanted to make memories? Let's make some goddamn memories.